Imagine a war, tanks, trenches, soldiers. Now, imagine your enemy is this. Yes, a bird, a big, flightless, slightly goofy-looking bird. Well, in 1932, Australia did exactly that. They declared war on emus. And the biggest WT fact of all, the birds won. How on earth did this happen? Why would a modern army armed with machine guns go to war with birds? Well, grab your popcorn because this story is one of the weirdest WT facts in military history. It all starts in Western Australia right after World War I. Thousands of veterans were given land by the government to become wheat farmers. Sounds nice, right? Wrong. It was 1932. The Great Depression was hitting hard. Wheat prices collapsed. And on top of that, nature decided to throw in a plot twist. Around 20,000 emus, yes 20,000, migrated into the area after their breeding season, and they discovered an all-you-can-eat buffet, the farmers' wheat fields. These weren't just a few herds nibbling, they were like a feathered plague, trampling fences, devouring crops. The farmers, many of whom were ex-soldiers, were desperate. They pleaded with the government for help, and the government, under political pressure, came up with a unique solution. They decided to deploy the army, not just any soldiers armed with 2 Lewis machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition. The plan was led by Major G.P.W. Meredith of the Royal Australian Artillery. It was officially called the Emu War. Seriously, so picture this. Early November 1932, Major Meredith and his men arrive. They spot a flock of about 50 emus. Perfect target practice, right? They set up the machine guns, take aim, and open fire. But emus, it turns out, are surprisingly fast and surprisingly smart. Instead of panicking in one direction, they scattered. They ran like feathered ninjas, dodging the bullets. The rough terrain made it hard for the soldiers to keep up or even aim properly. After firing hundreds of rounds, they had maybe killed a dozen birds, 12 out of 50. Major Meredith was reportedly shocked. The newspapers started catching wind of this, and the jokes began. A few days later, they tried again. This time, they planned an ambush near a local dam, hoping to catch a larger flock of about 1,000 emus. They waited patiently. The emus approached. Fire. Chaos erupted. But again, the emus proved masters of guerrilla warfare. One machine gun jammed after killing only 12 birds. The rest of the flock split into tiny groups and vanished into the bush. The soldiers spent the rest of the day chasing shadows, firing thousands of bullets for minimal results. Reports vary, but estimates suggest the army used nearly 10,000 rounds of ammunition to kill, maybe a few hundred emus in total. That's dozens of bullets per bird. Major Meredith himself was quoted as saying something like, "If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They can face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks." He basically admitted defeat to a bunch of birds. By December, the operation was officially called off. The Emu War lasted barely a month. The media had a field day. Politicians were ridiculed. The army quietly retreated, defeated by an enemy that couldn't even fly. So, what happened next? Did the emus take over Australia? Not quite. The government realized that maybe sending machine guns after birds wasn't the brightest idea. Instead, they implemented a bounty system. They started paying farmers for every emu they culled. This turned out to be far more effective. Over the next few years, tens of thousands of emus were killed by farmers protecting their land. But the legend of the Great Emu War lives on. The official military operation? A certified failure. The birds, through sheer speed, resilience, and maybe a bit of dumb luck, had won the battle against the Australian army. So, yes, Australia officially lost a war against birds. It's one of the greatest WT facts in military history, a hilarious reminder that sometimes nature finds a way to fight back in the most unexpected ways. And the world is full of crazy stories and details like this, hidden in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered. Details we often overlook. Just like in our AI versus real quizzes, the difference is always in the details. You just need to train your eye to see them, and if you want to sharpen that skill, you're in the right place. Follow my daily WT fact and AI versus real shorts right here and become an expert in spotting reality, whether it's a fake photo or a bizarre historical event. And now, a question for you. What's the most absurd historical WT fact you know? Write it down in the comments, and the best one might just become the next video. Thanks for watching, bro. Peace.